Hello and welcome back to another episode of That Gym Girl podcast. Oh my goodness, guys. It is your hostess with the fucking mostess, Angel Wallace-Miles. Hello. How are you? What is going on? Oh my goodness. So, I am so excited for today's episode. And this is, I want to say it's a random episode, but it truly isn't. This is something that has been in the back of my mind for, I want to say a few months now, honestly. And it's really interesting because I had an episode with a guest that I recorded last night, which will be out on Monday. And she basically has a run club in the middle of London. And you can actually walk or you can jog or you can run. And the episode that her and I do is, honestly, guys, it's fucking incredible. It is truly incredible. She has such an incredible story, and I think she is going to be the reason some of you get out of bed next week, because her story and her word is so profound. And it really sparked something in me on reflecting on how much I've really changed in the last, even in the last just 2 weeks. I feel like I have been really stepping into myself and really realizing who I am. And so I have been taking up walking. That was anticlimactic, I know. But sis, I have been going on so many hot girl walks, whether it is with my hot girl partner, who is actually a man, but we just say we go on a hot girl walk, Thomas, or with my girlfriends, or on my own. They have really been helping me so much. And beyond this, I went to the doctor, as I chatted in the other episode. I got some of my health results back, and I've been working on my iron and my vitamin C because I've been feeling so tired. And it really feels like things for my health and my fitness are actually coming together. Sometimes, and I have this analogy that I talk to my fitness clients about, sometimes it feels like you are juggling all these different balls in the air. And it can feel like that with your fitness journey. You're trying to juggle the training ball where it's consistent. And then in the other hand, you're trying to juggle the nutrition ball. And then another ball is sleep. Another one is your physical health. Another one is your mental health. Another one is your relationships. Another one is your time management. And you're trying to get all these balls in the fucking air. And sometimes it feels like once you have your training, fucking on point, your nutrition drops. Or once you have your nutrition on point, your sleep drops. And sometimes it can be hard to really juggle them all at the same time. But guys, I want you to know, at one point in your life, you will be juggling all the balls in the air, and it will feel like a flow. Obviously, don't get me wrong. There are going to be points in the next few months or years where some of the balls will drop for me. Or I'll be juggling them, but I'll be fucking exhausted. Or I'll be juggling them and then just say, I give up. Like, this is a part of life. But for me and where I'm currently at, I feel like all my balls are in the air, even though that sounds very weird to say. Now, let's talk about the topic of today. And it really, and I know I'm getting a bit clickbaity with the titles, but I mean this. And I'm not even bullshitting you right now. Your hot girl walk is changing your life without you even knowing it. And I'm getting emotional right now because it truly is so profound. And I'm going to tell you the 3 ways in which it is literally just so pivotal for you to go on your hot girl walks and have that time to yourself. I'm not going to put all the fucking secrets in just yet, but it's really special. And I'm really excited for you to hear about my experience with the hot girl walk as a young teenager walking to high school, and how this is kind of manifested into me being a grown ass adult. Yes, guys, I'm a fucking adult, in case you didn't know. Now, how's my week been? It's been a lot. If you guys don't know, if you're new around here, I'm a full-time uni student. I have 8 weeks to go. I'm writing my big old thesis. It's a huge ass study that I've been doing with pharmacists about like medication and how that causes weight gain. I am doing that. I also have my job, which is I am an online fitness coach. I have beautiful, beautiful clients. I've just started taking in-person clients as well, which is just, guys, it's so cool. And obviously I run the podcast. So I feel like I'm juggling a lot of balls in the air. Plus I've got my fitness as well and my health. But as much as I'm like, oh, that's a lot, I'm also really fucking happy. And I haven't felt this happy. And again, why am I getting emotional? Oh my God, is it my period soon? I swear to God. Guys, there was a long time in my life where I didn't think I was ever going to be happy. And I genuinely, I'm not saying this just to say this. There was a point, several points in my life where I didn't ever know if this would ever happen for me. And I didn't even think I deserved it. There were points in my life where I never even thought I deserved to be happy or I deserved to, be content. And I'm at that point right now and I'm really fucking happy. And I hope, and if you're listening to this and you're not happy or shit is really hard for you at home or there are people in your life who aren't serving you, I want to give you the permission slip to put yourself first. And I want to give you the evidence to keep showing up because for me, my peace right now and my happiness right now is years in the making. And so if I can be your evidence that happiness will occur for you too, then please keep showing up. Now, enough with the sappy shit. Oh my God, she's already crying and it's only 6 minutes in. Fucking hell. Let's get into today's episode. Oh, I missed that sound, that beautiful transition sound where I don't go anywhere, but you think I do. Now, let's talk about my experience around walking. Also, I'm looking at the time right now and I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to meet my mum in 3 minutes. I'm not meeting her in 3 minutes. I'm gonna have to tell her I'm late. Sorry, Mum. I know, it's terrible. Anywho, let's talk about my experience around walking. I was one of those kids who their parents didn't drop them off to high school. As soon as I got to high school, it was like, you serious? Like, you're not getting fucking dropped off. Get the fucking bus. And then I moved schools and it was walk 1.5 kilometers and then get the fucking tram. Like, my parents were like, come on, kid. Like, get on the fucking bus. Get yourself to school. You're responsible for yourself now. And look, I have no worries about it. Like, they had work, they had life. Like, pop off. Anywho, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but my high school experience, because of family life and because of a lot of hardships that were going on in my personal life, I really loved going to school because school for me was my safe space. I loved going to school because it was me leaving home every day knowing that I didn't have to deal with the bullshit that was going on behind closed doors. And so that walk, I loved it. And I remember this is when I was 16, 17, oh God, even younger. I would listen to podcasts with Oprah Winfrey and Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I'd listen to masterclasses via Spotify. And I would listen to them on my walk because they would continuously tell me to keep going and not give up and that my goals were possible. And it felt so incredible. And it felt like I was not alone. And that's really what those walks did for me as a high school student, is they helped me to keep on going. And then when I didn't feel like listening to podcasts, I got to sit in my thoughts, or I guess walk in my thoughts. And I got to actually check in with myself and go, hey, like, are you okay? Or there were walks where I would study and I would chat to myself on my walk and say, oh, you need to know this, or what's the answer for this? And I would chat to myself, and I thought it was just such a great chance or opportunity to do all of these different things, which were serving me so well at the time. And now looking at myself as a university student, I do the exact same thing. Every time I walk, I will listen to a podcast or I will chat to myself internally in my internal monologue and check it with how I'm going. I love walking. It brings me so much peace. And even beyond that, I love social walking. I love when a girlfriend is like, hey, let's get a coffee and go for a walk. Or when my partner says, hey, let's go for a walk along the beach. It genuinely brings me so much joy. And especially when there's turbulent things going on, especially when I'm stressed, I feel like after I've done a walk, I feel like a different person. And so I did as any university student does, I looked into studies and I listened to other podcasts and I wanted answers on whether or not the walk is actually doing what I think it's doing, or is it a placebo effect? So I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to take you along this little journey of why you need to keep going on hot girl walks and how it changed my life and how they're going to change yours. So I guess the first part I wanted to look at is, why do I feel so fucking good after I do a walk? Like, what is that? You know, I would feel so shit. Genuinely, sometimes I would walk in between, studying for exams, and I would feel so stressed, and I would feel like all this weight was on my shoulders, almost like I was drowning. And then I would do these walks and I would feel like I could breathe again. And it's actually science. There is actually a rise in the release of endorphins. I literally read that as dolphin. Are you fucking kidding me? I nearly have a pharmacy degree. I'm about to finish my fucking pharmacy degree and I've read endorphins as endolphins. Jesus. Oh my God. It literally releases endorphins and chemicals called neurotransmitters in your brain, like dopamine, serotonin, norepinephrine, which help you in having a more positive mindset and make you actually physically feel better in your brain. Isn't that wild? Isn't that fucking amazing? You think you have to go to the gym and lift weights and be such a gym rat, which I love, you girls know, but you can also go on a walk and get that same feeling as well. Now, beyond this, did you know this surprised me because I didn't know this? Walking helps promote a sense of empathy. Let that sink in, right? Walking helps promote a sense of empathy. So when we walk, we activate the right part of what it's called supramarginal gyrus. So it's the part of the brain that's activated when we empathize with others. So walking inadvertently helps us open up to people, open up to their ideas, and it really helps us connect with people. Now, it's not a cause and effect, it's a correlation. But the fact that it even has some sort of influence on this, like, again, what the literal fuck? That is fucking wild. So you're telling me walking makes me happier and a more empathetic human being? Yeah, I should have sent my fucking cunty ex-boyfriends on some of these walks. They could be happier and they could be more understanding. Sorry, that was a really funny joke. Anywho, this is the last piece of evidence, right? This for me is like cherry on the fucking sundae. It is the icing on the big old fat chocolate cake. I wanted to know, why is it so important to get your 10K steps or 8K steps? Like, literally, why? People always tell you, get your steps. Even if you go to like a fucking coach online, get my steps. Oh, I'm just getting my steps. Like, what the literal fuck? Why? Why? Why the fuck? Why would you do that to yourself? Why do I need to get my steps? No one's ever told me this before. Well, let me tell you, sis. There was a study done in March 2023. Basically, I'm going to read this. The number of days per week taking 8,000 steps or more was associated with a lower risk of all-cause and cardiovascular mortality. These findings suggest that individuals may receive substantial health benefits by walking just a couple days per week. Let that sink in. You're telling me that they studied hundreds of people in America who were adults, and they found that walking 8,000 steps or more, just a couple of days a week, was associated with a lower risk of cardiovascular mortality. You're telling me I can live better and longer and be happy and be more understanding from a fucking consistent walk? Bitch. We are out here thinking we need the magic pill. We are out here thinking we need to spend hundreds of thousands of fucking dollars. And Google Scholar has helped me and told me I can just go on a walk. fucking hell. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. And it's free. It's a free. I love it. I love it so much. And beyond this, I want to add one more thing. We as social beings and as human beings all have an innate, so a biological want to belong. Read every psych study on this. It's fucking true. We all want to belong. And so you getting in a group, going on your community walks, going on your hot girl walks, imagine you've already got the fact that a walk is fucking elite, and now you're adding the social aspect on it. Now you're adding the rants and the vents and the friend who tells you that they're listening to you. Now you're adding that. That is untouchable. That is fucking amazing. So here you have it. Your hot girl walk is changing your life. It is making you a better human being. It also, can I just add my own opinion? And that's a rhetorical question. I can. It allows you to be one-on-one with yourself. Like, when do you actually have the opportunity in your fucking crazy busy life to stop and actually check in with yourself? Actually say, hey, like, are you okay? A walk gives you that capacity. Yes, you can listen to me on your walk, and I encourage you to do so. I'm fucking great. But have you ever stopped and turned off the podcast? Don't do it right now, do it after. And checked in with yourself and said, hey, like, how are you doing? And don't just say, oh, I'm good, and then just brush it off. Like, how are you actually fucking doing? Because everybody hears the surface answer to that. Nobody hears the true answer to that. And I want you to get real fucking deep, because if you can't even be honest to yourself on this hot girl walk, like, who else are you going to tell? It's you and you, baby, and me, but I can't hear your answer. It's you and me and you. So tell me the truth. Like, how are you? And if you're not good, well, what are we going to do about it? Because you deserve to be good. And as I said at the beginning of this podcast, you deserve happiness. So what are we going to do to fight for your happiness? Who can we reach out to? Is it more serious? Is it something that we actually need to chat to a GP about, or a psychologist about? Or is it something that we can chat to our parents or our friends about? Is it that you fucking hate your job? What can we do? Let's get real here. Let's use these hot girl walks to continuously change our lives. And that's all I want to leave you with today. I love you so much. And you are so fucking amazing. You have so much to offer to this world. And I want you to go on that walk, and I want you to give yourself the time of day, and I want you to be with yourself. And I want you to tell yourself how proud you are of you and how much you've been showing up. Because you've been showing up. Okay. Well, I'm sobbing right now because I'm a fucking emotional mess all the time, apparently. I'm not pregnant, so nobody asked me that. I'm not. It's just I'm emotional. Because I wish I had somebody there to tell me this as well. And I do right now. Don't get me wrong. I'm good right now. But when I was in my deepest, darkest pits, I needed somebody to tell me this. And if I can be that person for you, then I'm doing a good thing. Now, I'm going to ruin this sappy moment and tell you to please follow the podcast and give us a 5-star review, because you love me. Actually, please do. It is really valuable. This is a one woman show, and there's nobody else doing the editing. There's nobody else touching the shit except for me. So, all right, I will see you girls next time. I will actually talk to you girls next time because I can't see you. But until then, please do something for yourself. You deserve it. Bye.